Hello, boys and girls. We are ready for carpet time with our friends Charlie Brown and Susie the Snake.
Hi there, boys and girls. Hi, boys and girls. You know what to do. Crisscross applesauce, hands in your lap.
Crisscross applesauce, all coiled up. Very good, you two. Sit nicely, listen well, and you might get a point on the clipboard.
Okay, will do, Mrs. Neve. You guys listen well, too.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, they are crisscross and ready to go, all coiled up. Let's check our information on the board. Yesterday was Sunday. So if yesterday was Sunday, that means today is, you've got it, Monday. We'll put Monday up on the board. Sunday comes down. Monday goes up. Yesterday was comes down. And let's read our information now. The month is May. The season is spring. Today is Monday. Very good. Let's go ahead and get our calendar taken care of for today. Slide on over. There we go. Whee! Alrighty. Well, we've just established that it is Monday, so let's find the Monday column on our May calendar and follow it down. Sunday, Monday, here it is. We can see that the 4th was the first Monday in May. The 11th was the second Monday in May, and today is the third Monday in May. So we need the number that comes after 17. I'll tilt this a little bit so you can see it better. After 17 and what picture will be on it for our May pattern. If you said 18 on a red flower, you are correct. We'll slide 18 into the pocket. There we go. And we are ready for you to say today's date. Start with the day of the week, Monday. Excellent. Let's say it together now. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. Now, a couple of things about May 18th. In 1 week from today will be a holiday called, let me bring this over so you can see it better, if I can get it out of the pocket. There we go. Is a holiday called Memorial Day. I know we kind of touched on that when we were making our May calendar. Memorial, you can hear the word memory in that. It's a special day our country has set aside to remember soldiers that have fought to protect our country, especially remembering those who died while protecting our country. We want to, honor their memory and be thankful for what they did for us. It's also a day when people remember loved ones, family members that have gone on to heaven to be with Jesus. So a special day to remember and just be thankful for those people. And that's coming up next Monday. Let's see. So 18 plus 7 is 25. So it'll be on May 25th. And by the way, it's a national holiday, so that means banks are closed, government offices are closed, libraries are closed. Well, I know a lot of these things are closed now anyway because of the coronavirus thing, including schools. But our virtual school will be closed on Monday too, in honor of those who fought for our country, so for Memorial Day. But we will have virtual school on Friday that week, just like we normally do. If there's a Monday holiday, we have school on Friday. So that's how it will work for next week. Keep that in mind when you're planning your week. Now, another thing about today, the 18th, is it is the 40th anniversary of the eruption of Mount St. Helens. Mount St. Helens is a volcano. And it's here in Washington State, but it's on the other side of the state where Seattle is. It's in that area. And 40 years ago today, on May 18th, 1980, Mount St. Helens erupted. It was an awful yet amazing thing. Volcanoes, don't erupt every day, and it's always kind of a surprising thing, too. The volcano spewed out lots of ash, smoke, hot gas into the air. Sadly, there were some people that lived in that area that died because of the extreme event. We also felt it here in Spokane. A few hours later in the day, some of that ash that had gone up into the air was blown by the wind our way. And well, not only to Spokane, but throughout Washington and to surrounding states and up into Canada. It was kind of weird and scary. There was this ash just covered everything. It blocked the sun, so it seemed like nighttime. It got dark. People couldn't breathe because of all of the smoke and ash, so they had to wear masks, kind of like some people are doing now for the coronavirus, huh? People were told to stay in their homes, also kind of like today. But it was just a historic event. I did not live here in Washington State when that happened, so I was back in Florida. But you may want to ask maybe your grandma or grandpa, or maybe some friends, if they were here in Washington State when Mount St. Helens erupted. Hear from them, their experiences, what happened and what it was like. It was quite amazing. There also are some stories online. A lot of the local news stations have stories and information about Mount St. Helens, so you could ask Mom or Dad if you could look some of that information up too. Be a good history lesson for you, huh? And fascinating information too. All right, well, let's slide back and check out today's weather. Here we go. All right. Taking a look outside our classroom, we've got cloudy skies, so let's put the check mark over cloudy, C-L, you know, cloudy. Now, when I was on my way into school this morning, it was quite foggy, especially early this morning. So let's go ahead and put foggy up on our weather chart. You can hear the F-O blend, foggy. Y is acting like a long E at the end, acting like a vowel. Foggy. So let's cover up snowy. We don't need that today, right? So we'll put a check mark. Let's move that a little bit. Check mark over foggy. Now, it hasn't been rainy yet. There might be some rain later on today, but we won't put rainy up yet. Winds are calm. So let's go ahead and go with chilly. It's definitely chilly out there. We'll take our third check mark and put it over our CH weather word, chilly. There it is. We'll move foggy over a little bit so you can see all of chilly. There we go. How chilly is it? Let's find out. I will check the weather app here. There we go. What is our temperature, boys and girls? 54 degrees. Now, the last time we checked at school, it was 52 degrees. Today, it's 54 degrees. 54 is greater than 52, so that means it's warmer. Yeah. It's only a couple degrees warmer, 52, 53, 54. So there's not a big difference if you went outside. It's that close. Well, let's go ahead and move our degree symbol onto 54. Peel that off. We've got 54 degrees. We'll put that up on the wall in a little bit. All right, time to check out our new memory verse. We'll slide on over that way. We are up to the very last letter of the alphabet, letter number 26, the letter Z. Z. Oh, Mrs. Neve. Oh, well, look who's here. It's our friend, Mr. Zebra. Yeah, Mrs. Neve, I hear you're on the Z-verse. I had to come. Absolutely. Z's my favorite letter, don't you know? Of course. Z for zebra, don't you know? Yes, we do. What's the Z-verse, Mrs. Neve? Let's find out. Let's read it. Okay. Zion heard and was glad. Oh, well, who's Zion and what was Zion glad about? A good question. Zion is not a person, it's a place. Oh, where is it? Well, Zion is another name for the country of Israel. Israel! Oh, we hear about Israel in our Bible lessons, don't we? Yes, Israel was the land where Abraham and Sarah were there. Jesus lived in Israel too, right? That's right. It's on the other side of the world. In fact, I have a map I could show you. Let's take a look. So here's our world map. We live in the United States, which is over here. Here's Washington State on this side of the country. Now, Israel's all the way across the ocean over here. It's a very tiny country. Probably can't even see it, but it's right above Africa. It's one of the yellow ones. And that's where Israel is. Okay, Mrs. Neve. So, the land of Israel heard, Zion heard? Well, they're not exactly the land. They're talking about the people of Zion. Kind of like if you said America heard the good news about Jesus, we know they were talking about the Americans hearing, the people of America. Oh, so the people of Zion heard. Exactly. And what did they hear and why were they glad? Let's check it out right from the Bible. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will grab my Bible. And we're going to read the verses right after the Z verse. It's always a good idea, boys and girls, when you read a Bible verse, to read the verses around it too, because that gives you a better idea of what the verse means. So, Zion heard and was glad is found in Psalm 97, and it's verse 8. It says, Zion heard and was glad because of your judgments, O Lord. For you, O Lord, are the most high over all the earth. Ooh, so they heard about his judgments? That's right. And God's judgments are always good. Judgments are like decisions. Oh, okay. So what he decides is always good? That's right. His decisions are always good and fair. He always does what is right. Oh, that is wonderful that, he's the most powerful being there is in the universe. I'm so glad he's good. Me too. Isn't that the truth? Oh, yeah. Yet they rejoiced over his judgments and also because he is most high over all the earth. It's like you were saying, Mr. Zebra. He's in control. He's over all the earth. He's the most powerful one. And we can rejoice in that. Absolutely. Hey, you know what? It kind of reminds me of the R verse. It does, doesn't it? Being glad, rejoicing. Hey, after we read the Z verse 3 times, could we sing the R verse and rejoice in the Lord? What a great idea. Okay, let's go ahead and practice our Z verse. Ready? We'll read it 3 times. Here's time number 1. Zion heard and was glad. Time number 2. Zion heard and was glad. 3rd time. Zion heard and was glad. Oh, the people of Zion were glad because God is so good. Absolutely. And you know what? We're God's people, aren't we, as Christians? So we can be glad too. We're the people of God also. Let's sing the R verse and rejoice in the Lord, Mrs. Neve. What a good idea. I've got the R verse words right over here. Ooh, just a second. Got it. Okay. Ooh, I love that it's black and white like me. Mm-hmm. So here we go. I'm not sure if I can hold Mr. Zebra, and I think I can. Oh, good. Here we go. Let's sing. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Yay, God! Absolutely. Now, Mr. Zebra told us about something he was glad about, that God is so good. I'm rejoicing in that he's good. He never does anything bad. That's right. Boys and girls, be thinking about what you're glad about. What are you rejoicing about God? Talk about it with Mom and Dad. Tell them some of the things you are rejoicing over. And we would love to hear what you're thinking. Ask Mom or Dad to help you type it onto Teams. And we'll see what all of our friends are glad about rejoicing in the Lord.
Great idea. Okay, thanks, boys and girls.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Zebra. Okay, now we actually received a couple of more assignments that we would like to share with you. We've got another Little Red Hen recipe in. And of course, the Little Red Hen has to help us. Oh yes, I'll be happy to help, Mrs. Neat. Cluck, cluck. I love cooking, don't you know? Oh yeah, she's one of our resident chefs, isn't she? Let's see now, this recipe is by Hudson. Yes, it is. And what is Hudson's recipe for, Mrs. Neve? It is for, T-Rex chocolate. Now, like all recipes, it is arranged at the top with what we're going to make, this T-Rex chocolate that sounds delicious and fascinating. And then the next section has what you need, the things you will need to make it, and then the steps. Remember, it's called a how-to, a procedure. So, how to make T-Rex chocolate? Cluck, cluck, let's find out. Okay, you need chocolate, of course, a blender, T-Rex molds. Those are the T-Rex, the plastic shapes that you're going to pour the chocolate into to make it look like a T-Rex. Okay, caramel, yum, yum. A peeler, freezer, and apples. So there's some healthy ingredient here too. That's good from the fruit group. Okay, let's go ahead and check the steps now to make this T-Rex chocolate. 1, melt the chocolate. 2, put caramel and blend. 3, freeze. Okay, so you're going to be putting this into the freezer for it to set, to harden up. I think I'm going to try this recipe, Hudson. It sounds delicious. Cluck, cluck. Yes, thank you so much, Hudson, for sharing this recipe for T-Rex chocolates. Now we also have another assignment that Hudson turned in. Another egg hatching science art project. Oh yes, we were talking about oviparous animals. Chickens are oviparous. What did our friend Hudson write about? Well, he wrote, dinosaurs hatch from eggs. I'm sensing a theme. We had T-Rex chocolate and now dinosaurs hatching from eggs. Okay, he even has some crack marks on the eggshell there. Okay, it's hatching. And there is our dinosaur. Oh, cool. It could even be a T-Rex. Nice work, Hudson. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yes, dinosaurs were oviparous. Cluck, cluck. Thank you so much again. We appreciate it, Hudson. Absolutely. Okay. Well, friends have been doing a nice job sitting at carpet time, so I'm going to give some points. Let's see. Alrighty. Charlie Brown.
Yes, Mrs. Neve.
You've been doing a very good job. I am going to give you a point. Last time you had 6 points, so now +1. How many points do you have now?
6 + 1, that'd be 7, Mrs. Neve.
You are correct. So Charlie Brown, why don't you come up here off the rug?
Okay.
Charlie Brown, if you had 7 points, or you have 7 points now, how many more will you need to get 10?
Let's see. 7 + 3. 7 + 3 equals 10, so I need 3 more points.
That's right. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 + 3 equals 10.
Hey, it's a 10 equations family.
And so if 7 + 3 equals 10,
the twin is true. 3 + 7 equals 10.
That's right. Well, keep up the good work, Charlie Brown.
Okay.
Now, Susie was doing a really good job, too. I think we should give Susie a point. Come on up here, Susie. You were coiled up so beautifully.
Thank you, Mrs. Neve. It's the best I can do since I don't have hands or feet to crisscross.
Right. Okay. Now, Susie, last time you had 2 points, so you're getting 1 more now. How many do you have now?
2 + 1 equals 3. I'm up to 3 points, Mrs. Neve.
So 3 points for you. How many more points do you need, Susie, to get 10. Let's see. 3 plus... Oh, it's just like Charlie Brown just said. 3 plus 7 equals 10. That's right. So I need 7 more points. And Susie, you're new in our class, so you're doing very well to already be up to 3 points. Thank you, Mrs. Neve. I'll keep working hard. Excellent. And boys and girls, you keep working hard too. Honor the Lord and rejoice in him. Be glad. Zion heard and was glad. Mrs. Neve's class heard and was glad, right? Okay. We'll see you next time, boys and girls. Love you.